Massive crowds gathering across the country, mostly students, taking to the streets in the March for Our Lives.
Forgive me if I don't want a lesson on the Second Amendment from a 16-year-old.
This is all about straw men and scapegoats.
All right, guys, so we're currently heading down to downtown LA to participate in March for Our Lives. It's been put together by student community organizers, and I'm honored to present the person that's like throwing the whole thing together. And right now, I'm a little freaked out. People have purposefully tried to steer the conversation away from any sort of real positive change.
Tomorrow, thousands of activists will descend on Washington to demand that you be punished for crimes that others committed. It's called the March for Our Lives, and it's designed to lobby for new gun control legislation across the country. The event is backed by wealthy and powerful people, billionaire Michael Bloomberg, former mayor of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, many others. Some of what they're calling for is unconstitutional and irrational. It cannot work, it won't work, and that's why it's not already the law. It's not just NRA lobbying, it's common sense.
And unsurprisingly, that's exactly what Fox News did. While hundreds of thousands of students and adults all around the world participated in marches asking to find solutions to gun violence in America, Fox News spent the day covering the protest by trying to instill fear in the minds and hearts of their audience.
What did I do wrong? Why should I have to surrender a firearm?
Forgive me if I don't want to watch a 9-year-old tell me that her dream is a world without guns.
Yeah, except that 9-year-old has better sense than some of our Congress members. When I asked the children how they felt about some of the solutions that Fox News put up, like wearing bulletproof vests to school, here's how they reacted. What do you think about going to school wearing a bulletproof vest?
I think that is not right. School is all right, and we should not go to school always worrying about people coming to our school trying to shoot us.
The march was led by students, but attended by people from all walks of life and religious backgrounds. You had Sikhs, you had Muslims, you had Christian pastors, all unifying under one goal.
I think it's plain to everybody that there's been a lot of corruption in religion, and especially the Christian religion.
And aside from pastors, there were even some Trump supporters, like 6 of them, which we talked to. Well, we tried to talk to.
Just because you don't like I'm talking.
Why do you?
I don't like everything about what Cenk talked about. I do agree the Democratic Party is inherently corrupt, and Cenk talked about that at length at the last Politicon rally. Just because there's a source that is left of center doesn't mean I automatically debunk it. You shouldn't do that if a source is right of center either.
Well, that's precisely why I'm here talking to you.
So why did you laugh when I mentioned Steve Crowder?
Oh, because I don't appreciate Steve Crowder's rhetoric.
Appreciate him or not. If Steve Crowder says 2 + 2 = 4, it's still true, even if you don't like Steve Crowder.
I understand, but Steve Crowder doesn't say 2 + 2 = 4. I like that every time I offer a microphone to these freedom of speech loving Trump supporters, they take the opportunity to just fight. And I think that's the reactionary right's response more often than not. Now, this sort of behavior is important because it doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from fear-mongering at the top, from Fox News. And what's even worse is that these Fox News shills were more critical of children peacefully exercising their First Amendment rights.
Spare me if I don't want to hear the sanctimoniousness of a 17-year-old.
Than Nazis doing that same thing in Charlottesville, which ended up killing Heather Heyer and injured hundreds of others.
There's a reason those people were out there.
Try to at least understand who people are, where they're coming from, as you said.
And where the divisions are.
Young white men who feel like, hey, I'm treated differently in this country than I feel like I should have. I've become a second-class citizen. There's this emphasis on multiculturalism at any cost.
I wish Fox News could be as open-minded to children protesting gun violence in America as they are to people that are affected by multiculturalism. We're fed up with this kind of bullshit, though. And that's why the Republican Party, the NRA, and Fox News are all very afraid. They are the ones who fear our free speech. And those who continue to represent corporate interests over the interest of citizens should be worried. They should be worried because we will vote them out. We will vote to arm our teachers with funds, not guns. We will vote so that people like Stephon Clark aren't gunned down in their grandmother's backyard. We will vote to abolish ICE, and we will vote so that more children don't have to die in the name of a misunderstood, antiquated Second Amendment. We have a long way to go, but I have hope.
The next generation is coming for you. We are much more aware of the systemic inequalities that persist in our society, and we are making headway amongst intersectionality. This is a coalition that is fed up with your bullshit, and unlike the adults that created this flawed system, we won't be bought. I'm Hassan Piker. Please share this video with your friends if you're also fed up with this bullshit. Please don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at Hassan D. Piker and my Twitter at Hassan the Hun. And this has been The Breakdown.